Good morning, everybody. We are coming up on the open. We have had a big move up, so we're going to kind of wait and see what price does here for a moment. Uh, Real quick, we're just going to throw up our futures disclaimer. Trading is risky. Don't risk anything you can't afford to lose. This is for entertainment purposes only. It is not advice to buy or sell any products. All right. So let me get ourselves into Discord here. Hello. Right. Good morning. I missed passing an eval this morning. Yeah, I was in the trade at 7:45 this morning and got out of it too fast. That's right before it took off. It was 200 and something points. And I was in two minis. It would have passed the account. So no big deal. So far, yeah, I'd like us to come down and hit the 50% of this uh, 1 hour fair value gap we made before heading back higher. But the 21's moving up, so even if we only get to 75%, which is also 50% of this 5 minute fair value gap here, that looks like it probably a better spot for us to reverse from. just want to make sure we don't get a spike bigger than that on the way for a down move at the open. I'm ready to go. Manual entry. Maybe I'll go long from there. Why did that? Why? Why did that do that? Uh, 50% is at 405. Yeah, I mean, we made a quick 130 bucks. Or no, yeah, we made about 130 on the first one. Come on down and hit that 50%. I'm gonna take 2 off there. We'll stop in to take profit. We have a 1 hour fair value gap up here. At the very top of that 1 hour fair value gap is a 1 hour breaker bar as well. So that's an ICT unicorn. But I'm right now probably targeting just 50% of that. Uh, we can get through this order block. Okay, that took us out of the trade. That's $560 for the morning. Now we'll just wait and see what happens when we get up to if we get up to that 1 hour unicorn today. I mean, that's still another pretty good move. A little over 125 more points to go up up there. We have a 2-minute breaker bar here. I'm gonna go long one contract here, and this is not going through the bot, guys. The bot's not just not. I've got it set up to where it's not going to be able to take these kinds of trades. Um, Yet. So, all right, we're gonna put our stop here below that order block, 2-minute order block. See if we can't get up into this midline of this 1 hour fair value gap. So we hit the breaker bar. We've created a 2-minute order block. Let's see if that holds. I'm okay giving back a little bit of our profit here, since we did make a good profit off the morning. 5-minute is at 439. Oh shit. Okay. I didn't have my stop down far enough. I'm going to go ahead and take another one here, put my stop below 439. Let's do 428. I didn't look quick enough and see the 5-minute 21 down here. We could pull back further based on higher time frames. But I would like to see us go up from here. Take out that short order block. Well, it's only 3% of the total volume when it was made, so I'd like to see us take that out and get up a little further into this 1 hour fair value gap that we didn't quite touch yet. As long as this 5-minute fair value gap holds and the 5-minute 21 holds, if we go up to take out highs, I would probably add to this trade just a little bit. Or we might just let it run. This is a pretty tough area seems to be a pretty tough area for us to get through, at least for the moment. I would love to see us get up to that 1 hour unicorn. By 10 o'clock. And then look for the 10 o'clock reversal from there. It's a nice buy wick off the 5-minute. We've still got to get through this 1 hour fair value gap and the order block. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add one here. Move this stop to break even. Put another stop with it. I want to see us get a little bit of power here on the next 5 minute candle since this was a big buy wick. Uh, that is the 50% of the 4 hour DRT level as well. I'd love to see if everybody got through here on a higher time frame like the 15 minute, but um, all right, I'm going to close the trade there. I'm going to take the $845 on the day. And now I won't be trading until we get to that 1 hour unicorn up there. And just to show you what we've got, we have a breaker bar here on the 1 hour where the midline is right at the rebalance of that 1 hour fair value gap and just above the weekly open. So if we can get above uh, the 50% of the 4 hour DRT range, I would expect us to hit this and then pull back, go back below the 50%, at least for a short time. Um, and then uh, head back down or head back up from there, which could possibly be getting back into this 1 hour fair value gap down here. So we're looking for the unicorn to push us back down below 50%, come into this 1 hour fair value gap, and then head back up for all-time highs. Now, all that's probably not going to happen today. Um, so I'm perfectly fine with what we did. And this, this bullish shift here on the bot, we'll watch it and see how it does. But because the fact that we are coming into this 1 hour fair value gap, um, I wouldn't be extremely comfortable taking these signals on the bot, um, even though the bot's, only looking for like 10 points, which we should be able to get from this signal. So, you know, let's just move to the 2 minute chart here. So the bullish bullish shift would have ended on this candle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a long position on there. The stop would be 40 points. Actually, I think I moved my stop up to 30 points in the bot. Okay. And of course, we would have already hit our 10-point target. Let's see if we can get to our 50-point target. So that trade would have locked in profit. Okay, so that would have been a good signal. Um, and now we would just be running towards our 50-point target without a 20-point pullback. But that definitely would have been a lot less than $845 trade. Okay. The bot doesn't take, I'm not setting the bot up to take those kinds of trades. Uh, we should be able to hit that target because that is right up at the weekly open. The question is, would it have pulled back? I don't think we had a big enough pullback yet to hit our trailing stop. Now that might, yeah, 77. Yeah, that definitely would have hit our trailing stop there. 20 points trailing stop. So we wouldn't have actually hit our 40-point target, but it would have been a good trade. Uh, okay. And the reason I'm not letting the bot trade this morning is because of the 200-point move we had up and the creation of that 1 hour fair value gap. Um, dynamic now. They got taken, part of it got taken off. Okay. I think these fair value gaps are dynamic at the moment. Yeah, because we came down and almost hit the midline and it's closed out part of it. So the creation of this fair value gap, there it is, because I had a fib on it. I kind of figured we would be coming down into that at the open and then push up to go grab our unicorn. Um, okay, well, we went all the way up to midline on that fair value gap. We may actually hit our unicorn this morning. And if we get to the midline, we rebalance this fair value gap and get to the midline of that breaker bar, I will be taking a short from there with one contract. Again, because I have the way my bot's set up, it would not be giving any short signals right now. So it'll be a manual entry. All right, that was a heck of a move so far this morning. Where's today's open? Down here. 276. So we're already up 300 points on the day. So that breaker bar absolutely would be, that unicorn would absolutely be pretty much the top of a daily range high. That's at 633. As soon as we get to 620, okay, I'm going short one contract and my stop is going to be 656. So right around here. That is the top of the breaker bar, right around 654. Okay, we just tapped the midline. And we are way extended from everything. So I'm definitely willing to give away a little bit of our profit here for that stop loss. We are at 9:47, not quite 10 o'clock, but I would have liked it to take at least 10 o'clock to get up there, so that time and price was aligned. But we don't always have to wait till 10 o'clock for a reversal. Yeah, that's the previous week's high up here. We could be reaching for that if we get through this breaker bar. 675 would be 400 points on the day, and that would be a 400 point move from pre-market to just after the open. So we should get our pullback somewhere, and this 1 hour unicorn is the most likely spot to get our pullback, uh, at least to pick up a few points on the way back down. 10 minutes left in the hour. If we can just kind of consolidate here and not get through the breaker bar, then we might have our 10 o'clock turnaround, or at least a 10 o'clock pullback. Well, it's not going to be a reversal. It's too strong of a market this morning. Uh, it definitely could see at least a decent pullback to get us around $1,000 on the day, or we end up, you know, around $500-600 on the day. So either way, we're good, because this will probably be the last trade of the day. It's going to be a very short morning for me, but definitely will leave the charts up. Would like to see this, yeah, pull back to the 9 here. Uh, I'm going to close the trade there. Uh, there's 1,020, pulled back just a touch, plus commissions, gives us a $990 trade on the day. I would expect that breaker bar to actually have a 10 o'clock turnaround and push back below 50% of the 4-hour DRT range for a little while. Um, maybe retest um, the 1-hour 200 here, uh, but you know that might be asking a lot on this strong of a day. Um, we may just move up, get through that breaker bar, and get back up to maybe just consolidate up here for the rest of the day. It is a Friday, so never sure what's going to happen there. So let's see what happened. 9:30. There's our first. What the hell? Oh, shit. There's that. Uh, what else? And I just did not want any technical errors today, so I decided to just let it go and trade it the way I'm supposed to. Since my bot work has not been fantastic. Okay, so let's see. Where the hell? Oh, okay, there it is. So you got your fair value gap there. You risk below the fair value gap. You made some good profits this morning, Easel. Unless you're, are you? Uh, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hey, no, and it's a Friday, so we got all next week. Good deal. Oh, good deal. Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't realize you were waiting for the retest of the fair value gap. I thought you were getting in on the creation of it. Mm, okay. Yeah, not until we got up to the unicorn. Not until we got to the breaker bar. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, anytime I see a higher time frame unicorn like that, I'm always expecting it to get into the unicorn to test the breaker bar, not the fair value gap. So, you know, if, if you see those, if you see those around, definitely don't hesitate to take that trade because of the fair value gap. You want it to go grab that unicorn, which is 50% of the breaker bar instead of the gap. Um, on your trading view charts, Lux Algo breaker bar with signals is a free indicator. So you can put that on your charts and on the hourly time frame, you'll see those higher time frame unicorns. So any breaker bar that is touching or inside of a 1 hour fair value gap is going to be a fantastic place to either trade to or trade the bounce off of. And we still didn't get as big of a pullback as I thought we would, but it's not quite 10 o'clock yet. We haven't broke through the breaker bar, so we could still get a pullback or a 10 o'clock reversal. But with all the good news this week, I would imagine they would want to stay above the weekly open and finish the week green because all the economic news came out this week was all good. So I don't know if we're going to get as big of a reversal off of that as I would have liked. Hmm. It's possible. If we don't break the 50% by 10 o'clock, it's very possible the next 1 hour candle is going to start red, maybe retest the 50% level of the DRT. What is that, 538? It's 50%. 531 is where the uh, 2 minute 21 is. So interesting to see. Oh, what do we have coming out next week, news wise? Lots of Fed members speaking on Monday. Ah, JOLTS job openings come out on Tuesday. Non-farm payroll. That's ADC, not ADP, non-farm payroll. I have to find a difference on that. And we've got unemployment, non-farm payroll on Friday. Okay, we're gonna have to see how that works because um, unemployment claims come out on Thursday. We do have some red folder news between Monday and Friday of next week. which will be Friday is the non-farm payroll actual numbers because that's the first Friday of every month. Um, Typically, most traders will trade that Monday and then be more careful Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until the actual numbers come out on Friday, because that's a lot of red folder news coming out on Friday. Um, but we'll just have to see. I mean, our trading style with the bot and stuff is a lot smaller, looking for smaller targets and stuff. So we should still be good to trade through the week. With the other news that's coming out, should give us enough volatility to catch a trade or two here. So next week will be a good week to trade the bot up until Friday, and then you kind of want to be a little bit more careful. So we should have some serious volatility through the morning there. And I know what is it, September's earnings are going to start coming out. We're going to have fall earnings season. So trading the YM, we want to keep track of the 30 stocks that are inside the index and see when those earnings statements are coming out. And we will have some volatility, especially when the top 5 weighted stocks in the index earnings come out. We'll definitely have some volatility in the YM then. So I'll check those out this weekend and see when the earnings dates are for all of those, uh, so we can keep track of it and see when they start coming out. I know Procter and Gamble, I think, is coming out before too long. I think I saw it on the earnings calendar. I just didn't write down all the dates for each one of them. So, oh, we went all the way through the breaker bar on the open of that hourly candle. Good thing I got out of that trade on the first pullback. I would have lost some money. But now we are getting a pullback a little bit. Let's see if we get all the way down. That's 50% of the DRT at 538. That'd be about a 60-point pullback. And then maybe head up to there, head up from there. So we got the weekly open, and then we got previous week's high up at 738. Be interesting to see if we get all the way up there, or if that breaker bar is actually going to push us back down below 50%. All right. Well, I made my money pretty quick this morning. I am going to step outside for a short little walk and I'll leave the charts up, uh, and I will be back before too long. All right, everybody. Looks like price did pretty much exactly what I was expecting. At 10 o'clock, we got our 10 o'clock reversal. Let me just take that off of the chart real quick. Uh, we got our 10 o'clock reversal. We did break through the breaker bar momentarily, and then we got our push down below 50%, equilibrium of the 4-hour DRT. Um, from here, not really sure what the market's going to do. We didn't quite rebalance this fair value gap, which is good. We could come down and rebalance it and then move back up. But definitely a good volatile day for some trading. I am not going to be trading anymore. I've made my money for the day. Um, we're up $990 on the morning. So that was a really good day for us. And we will, I'll probably be on live a couple of times this weekend. We do have, I think we have some earnings that are good, going to be coming up. Um, so I want to check the earnings markets for the Dow and see when the majors of the Dow are going to be reporting their earnings this fall. And we're going to be looking at our charts, clearing everything out and marking everything up, getting ready for next week. We do have non-farm payroll next week, so should be an interesting week there. And until the next time, hope everybody has a blessed weekend. Go out and touch some grass. I am headed to the golf course to work on my short game for a little while, and we will see everyone